There has never been a better time to be a PC gamer, sort of. Yes, GPU shortages have been a massive bummer since scalpers snapped up the first wave of 30 series cards, but those days are looking like they're coming to an end. You might even be able to buy a 30 series card right now. But the real question is, should you? When it comes to the question of buying or building a new gaming PC, if you ask 10 different people, you'll probably get 10 different answers, some of them sneering. In an attempt to decrease the amount of sneering in a sneer-filled hobby, I'm going to try and help you come to your own decision. In spite of what some people will tell you, there's no wrong answer here. It comes down to what will best suit your needs and wants, and if anyone tells you otherwise, you can tell them to scram dramatically. Have you ever looked inside a computer and thought, what is all that stuff in there? Well, that's technology and it rules. But if you want a greater understanding of the ins and outs of all those expensive, sometimes LED lit components, there's no better way to get to the bottom of it than building a computer on your own. Seriously, all it takes is one time and you'll have a better grasp on hardware than 99% of the population. That's my personal opinion for the best reason to build your own PC. You will come out on the other side with a whole new appreciation for PC gaming. Maybe it will inspire you to take up a career in IT, or maybe it will just inspire you to see how many FPS you can squeeze from every game in your Steam library. Whatever the case, a deeper understanding of PC hardware is an excellent reason to start building your own PC right now. Do it! What's stopping you? Oh, that's right. I have other points to discuss. Beyond the PC galaxy brain you'll have from building your own, you also have way more flexibility when it comes to running exactly the hardware you want to run. Granted, modern pre-built PC companies basically pay someone to build a PC to your exact specifications, but you're still limited by whatever the vendor carries. When you build your own, you can hunt down the best deals or fastest shipping too, so not only can you get exactly what you want, chip shortages notwithstanding, but you can get it as cheap as possible. It's a win all around, except for the part about the chip shortages. Whatever, building it exactly how you want to build it means you can drop in that liquid cooling system with a 16 million RGB colors and an OLED temperature reading screen on it. It's your PC. Who's gonna stop you? The gaming PC police? Well, not in Gaming PC City. There are no rules. It is a peaceful utopian anarchy, only believed to exist theoretically, but it came true somehow. Oh, right, there are some downsides. I wish it weren't the case, but it's true. And if I didn't mention them, I would be lying not only to you, the viewer, but also to myself. First off, those damn chip shortages again. Oh, so mad at chip shortages. This is hopefully a transitory issue, but wait, what's that? The CEO of Intel doesn't think it will get better until at least 2024? Well, that's a kick in the teeth, isn't it? But yeah, as you may have noticed, tracking down a graphics card has been kind of a nightmare. It's getting a little easier now, but there are other components you might not be able to track down beyond just the GPU. So while you can build your PC however you like, actually getting all the parts can sometimes be a pain. And there's nothing worse than having everything you need for your build only to find out one crucial component is back ordered for 6 weeks. Another tick in the nah box for building your own PC is you're entirely on the hook for tech support. And that can be a real bummer, especially if you didn't put the right amount of thermal paste on your CPU and now you have a CPU that doesn't work and also has a black scorch mark on it. Look, I've never actually had that happen, but every damn time I put a PC together, I have to watch like 20 tutorial videos just to make absolutely certain that a rice-sized squirt is in fact the correct amount of thermal paste. It is. I'm still gonna check 20 times. Once you have everything put together and you power it on for the first time, science has shown that time actually slows down to almost a standstill as electricity from your wall outlet travels into your computer. It only takes a few milliseconds in reality, but the time distortion makes it seem like an hour. And if it doesn't start, ooh, that's when the real fun begins. Oh wait, no, not fun, the exact opposite of fun. That being said, when it does boot that first time, holy cow, is that an awesome feeling. I wish it were possible to replicate it, bottle it up, and sell it to consumers, but that's impossible. So you just have to successfully build a PC on your own to experience it once every 4 to 6 years or so. On the flip side of building your own, you can just go to one of several websites right now and buy a gaming PC built, tested, guaranteed, and have it shipped to your home. And if you still think of pre-builts in pre-2010 terms, I'm here to tell you they have come a long, long way. Gone are the days of proprietary cords and cables or soldered boards you can never replace. In fact, a lot of pre-built PC companies use off-the-shelf parts in their builds. In other words, if a component in your pre-built breaks, you don't need to throw the whole thing in the trash and let Mother Earth deal with it. You can just swap out the broken part. If it's still under warranty, even better, the PC maker will pay for the repair. You can also upgrade it on your own, just as you would a home-built PC. So boosting the GPU or adding more RAM is as easy as popping out the old and dropping in the new. Pre-built PCs have come so far in such a relatively short amount of time. What kind of fedora-tipping loser would bother building their own? Well, hold short, milady, because pre-builts aren't without some faults of their own. First off, price-wise, you're not going to be collecting your own components through diligently chasing bargains on individual parts. Pre-builts almost always end up costing more than doing it yourself, which, come to think of it, is kind of true of everything, but it's obviously more realistic to build a PC than to build a car from scratch. Anyway, you will save a little on the cost of an OS with a pre-built over the cost of an OEM copy of Windows, but even that doesn't make much of a dent. Having someone else do all the work just costs more. I'm sorry. It's true with literally everything. The other thing is, with a lot of pre-builts that aren't from a boutique builder like, say, Origin PC, you don't really know what parts you're getting. Sure, the specs might say 500-watt power supply, but you don't know if that power supply is from a good brand or not until you get home and crack it open. Same with RAM or the motherboard. Some of the lower cost pre-builts tend to save costs with lower quality parts. And if you've ever had a power supply fail, you know how frustrating it is. Why is it beeping twice? Why won't it start? Why does it shut down and then beep once? Basically, when it comes to the question of buy or build, you kind of can't go wrong. My personal recommendation, build one yourself. You gain so much knowledge as well as a seat at the cool kids table. How you doing? But if it seems daunting or you just don't want to, there's nothing wrong with getting yourself a pre-built gaming PC. Ultimately, they all play the same games, and pre-built or home-built gaming PCs are both extremely capable of filling up their hard drives with unplayed backlog games you bought during Steam sales. So the choice is yours, and let no one judge you as long as you're having a good time with it. If you're having a bad time, they probably shouldn't judge you either, though. Maybe they could lend you a hand.